Welcome to JC Chats. Through this episode, I'm delighted to chat with Steve Weintraub, Chief Strategy Officer of Veteran Tickets Foundation, known as VetTix for short. Their mission so nicely aligns with Joyfully Centered, and I'm really excited for Steve to share more with us today. So, Steve, welcome.
Well, thank you, Heather. Thanks so much for having me and being able to have this opportunity to talk more about VetTix, our mission, who we are, and what we do. So I'm very excited to be here and to talk about this with your viewers.
Fantastic. Well, before we get started on everything VetTix, tell us a little bit about yourself. Anything that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, well, first off, never, ever, ever ask a veteran to talk about themselves because the fall, like they'll say, how much time do you have? But no, I'm a veteran. I served 32 years in the Marine Corps. I retired as a colonel. I enlisted. I started out enlisted, and then went to college, got commissioned. So on the veteran side, and I was a hybrid, so which means that I was active duty and I was in the reserves also. So about 12 years active duty, the other 20 in the reserves. So lived a hybrid life from that aspect. And you can read my bio to learn more about me, but I'm so thrilled about being the chief strategy officer for VetTix because I'm so passionate about the mission.
Yeah, I can see that you are, and we'll link to your bio so people can learn more about you as well. So, and thank you for your service, truly. So, tell us more about VetTix. What should we know about VetTix?
Yeah, VetTix is a national nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3, and we're actually the largest veteran service organization in the United States. So what we do, our mission is to give something to those who gave. And what we give are event tickets. And those event tickets can be concerts, sporting events, family events, performing arts, really anything where there's a ticket involved. It could be a food truck festival, anything like that. And what we do is we get these tickets donated and then we distribute them for free to verified veterans, currently serving members of the military, which includes Guard and Reserve, and the immediately family of those who died in the line of duty. And then we have our sister organization, which is called First Tix. And Heather, I'm sure you're going to share that link also. And that's for first responders. So it's the same exact thing, same exact mission for first responders. So that's police, fire, and EMS. And you don't have to be current. You can be former or retired, or maybe you were just an EMT for 3 years and you're doing something else. You're still qualified. So, and what we do is we get these tickets donated. Our donors are teams, leagues, performers, promoters, athletes, artists, could be a season ticket holder. We get these tickets donated and then we turn around and we distribute them for free to our members as a way to thank them for their service and sacrifice. So that's our process. And yeah, the tickets are free. There's a small delivery fee, and that's skin in the game, and that helps fund our mission. And on average, it's about $14.97, and that's not per ticket, that's per transaction. And again, we're nationwide, and we do this because we know that when you're on duty, when you're deployed, when you're on watch doing your job, or maybe you're a veteran now, you missed that time away from your family and friends. You missed life events. Maybe it was, anniversaries, birthdays, graduations, things like that. You miss those because you were serving your country or your community. So if we can send our members and their families to these events to make up for that lost time, to rebuild these bonds and these relationships, and thank them for their service and sacrifice, that's our mission. That's what we do. And that's the only thing we do.
It's incredible. I know, events to me, obviously, I own a company called Foxfire Events, right? So events to me are very important and they bring a lot of joy. And I know that you guys have so many testimonials from your vet tixers on what these events mean to them. And I know you mentioned the memories they get to create and all of that after the sacrifice that they have given in their lives, and all of that with their service. So, what are some of the other things they're telling you about being able to attend all of these incredible events?
Yeah, and you touched on these testimonials. And so what happens is that after a vet tix member, first tix member, like what you mentioned, vet tixers or first tixers attend an event, they get an email that like within 24 hours and it says, "Hey Steve, hope you enjoyed XYZ event." And it was brought to you by a donation from XYZ. If you would like to submit a thank you that we share with our donors so they can see the impact of their donation, click on this link. So you click on the link, hey, thanks to XYZ, my family and I had a great time at such and such event. So we have over 1.8 million of these thank yous. And again, we share them with our donors so they can see the impact that they're making on the lives of our vet tixers. So a lot of their thank yous. A lot of the other testimonials we get aren't just thank yous, but it's, hey, I brought my buddy to this event and he or she fellow veteran, and they have challenges with isolation or depression or things like they don't like being in crowds, but I took them to this event, and by them attending this event, it really helped them with their isolation, so on and so forth. So the things that we're seeing from these thank you testimonials is not just a thank you, but how we're having a positive impact on the mental health and well-being of these veterans, first responders, their families, and things like that. And the cool thing is that a lot of times these tickets, they're donated in blocks. So you're sitting in the same section as other vet tix or first tix members, whether you know it or not, you may not realize it, but you're sitting among your tribe, and it gives you more of a sense of security and brother sisterhood. And again, that helps with their wellness to really help them get out of some of the challenges that they may be facing.
Yeah, that is so cool. I just love what you guys are doing, and I've been on your site, and I've read a lot of the testimonials that are on there, and I would encourage everybody to do that because it just if that doesn't give you a pure shot of joy, just reading how joyful others are and what that experience was, I don't know what would because it is just amazing. And you mentioned, I think you said 1.8 million thank yous about thereabouts. So this is no small thing. You guys have been working at this. Did you mention how many tickets you guys have distributed as of
Not yet.
today?
So that's a
Okay.
great lead in. So thank you for that. So we are currently we're the Veterans Day. So it's Veterans Day, and we want to recognize our veterans, those that have served. And so we're at over 25 million tickets we've distributed to date. We're actually at over 25.4 million tickets since we started in 2008, and we're on pace this year. We will have distributed by the end of the year over 6 million tickets for just this year.
Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. So, what else would you like us to know about VetTix? You touched on, that obviously we were talking about the joy of attending events and all the different things that come with that, and the wellness aspect of mental health and being able to be with a group of people that you feel comfortable around, and all of those things. What else would you like us to know about VetTix?
Well, yeah, I mean, our mission is obviously give something to those who gave, and I will venture to say that a lot of your viewers, your subscribers, they are 1 or 2 degrees of separation from somebody that know who has served, is serving, and not just on the military side, but on the first responder side too, right? So I'm sure again a lot of your viewers, subscribers have family members that are first responders or currently serving or serve. So I mean, for your those that are watching, if you know somebody that fits that, in that demo, please let them know about vet ticks or first ticks, because what we want to do is we want more people to sign up, and it's free to sign up at vetticks.org or for firstticks.org. It takes 5 minutes to sign up. We verify your status as, a veteran, service member, first responder. And so these people can take advantage of this resource, this benefit that is available to them. Because again, we want more people to sign up, because we want more people to attend these events, because our donors, they donate these tickets. And for them, and some people are like, oh, well, I served, but I was a senior ranker and I don't want to take tickets away from somebody else more deserving. And the thing is that the selection process is completely randomized. So it doesn't say, okay, well, Heather, she's a private in the Army and Steve is a retired colonel, so we're going to give the tickets to Heather. It doesn't work that way. It's completely randomized, so you're not taking tickets away from somebody else. And then other people are like, well, I could afford tickets. And it's like, that's not what it's about. It's not whether you can afford these tickets or your family can. It's about our donors, their currency are tickets. And this is how they can thank our veterans, service members, and first responders for their service and sacrifice, is by donating these tickets and sending them and their families and friends to these events. So it's really, about sending people to events on behalf of our donors.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And I noticed, so you're wearing your Vet Tick shirt, and I have some Vet Tick swag that I enjoy wearing as well. And I have to say, when I am out and about and I'm wearing that, I mean, people notice. They're like, Vet Ticks, I love Vet Ticks. All of the, I mean, everything that people have to say about the program, and you guys as an organization is phenomenal, which is great, right? That's just a testament to everything you're doing. Or when people see billboards or posters, I should say, like in the airports, right? And things like that, they say, wow, VetTix is so cool. And it really is something that I think that people, obviously enjoy utilizing your services that you provide. And though there's this just like camaraderie, right, that comes. And you had touched on that when you were saying when people attend events and they're with, other brothers and sisters that have served and all of that. But I just find that the response is really fantastic, which is a kudos to everything you guys are doing, to serve. So thank you for that. What do you find when you're out and about?
Well, it's so funny because some of the things you touch on, because I'll be at events, at VetTix events, and me as a VetTix, employee, I will also put in for events just like any other VetTix member. And so I'll be at these events. And like you said, it's like you'll see people wearing VetTix shirts or holding their VetTix signs, taking pictures, because they get incentivized for uploading those photos with their thank you testimonials. So they get incentivized for that. So it's fun to watch, like incognito, at these events, these VetTix members doing all that, and wearing their gear, and like, I won't say who I am or whatever, but I'm like, hey, you want me to get a picture of all of you, things like that. So it's fun, like you said, to see them enjoying it, and on social media, in our Facebook group, and there's a couple other VetTix Facebook groups, and seeing people's comments. And we have this one Army veteran who made a comment, and we saved this quote from her. She said, this isn't just a ticket to an event, it's a ticket to the rest of our lives. So to be able to be a part of that, and to build on that. And Heather, you seem to know a lot about this organization. And is there anything more to that you want to share with us?
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes. Thanks for asking, Steve. Yeah, my husband is one of the founders and COO of VetTix, and so I've gotten the chance and privilege to watch it grow along the way, and it's just so incredible. You know, you guys work so hard to make sure that VetTixers are taken care of, and really have that passion for what you guys do. And it's amazing. You know, it's just amazing to see. And, you know, he, like you know, when he's at an event, I know he feels that pride as well as being able to kind of see, you know, what's happening incognito because he doesn't point himself out either by any means, you know. So it's just really cool to see it all happen and to see it all come together, you know. And I think it's so cool what you guys are doing because it's been some time, you know, since the start, and it has grown tremendously and is touching so many lives in such a positive way. So yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, and look, you and Eddie, being one of the founders, you guys from day one, from ground zero, and I came aboard in gosh, it was like 2016. So it had already been established for 8 years, but the VetTix popped on my radar while I was still in the reserves, and I saw it popped up on my radar on Facebook, and I was like, this is such a cool organization. It has such a great mission. So I reached out to Eddie because Eddie is the son of a Marine veteran. He was a military brat, and I reached out to Eddie and I said, hey, how can I help you guys with my contacts, my networks, and things like that? Because again, it's like I just saw the promise and the potential for the organization. Because again, I've been on that other side of it, of as Eddie has, of missing time away from your loved ones, and it's just, yeah, I mean, I can sit here and pat ourselves on the back all day, but the cool thing is, again, is that we have over 48,000 donors. Okay, and so those donors again include major teams, promoters, performers, but a lot of our donors also are season ticket holders that, hey, they've got season ticket holder, they have season ticket holder, they have season tickets, and they're not going to attend, the game, so they can go and donate their tickets to VetTix. And since we are a charity, they get a tax write-off, they get the tax form whether they use it or not, but as a 501c3, they get the tax form so they can write that off as a charitable donation on their taxes. And yeah, I mean, it's funny because like Eddie, myself, whatever, we'll be out and about, and people either have never heard of us and they're like, wow, this is so cool, how come I haven't heard of you guys before? Or it's, I love you guys. Like, you guys are great, and we love either working with you, or I like, attending events through VetTix is so amazing. So it's like we're the largest veteran charity that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. So you touched on the donors. So if people, season ticket holders, can donate, as well as these partnerships and relationships that you have with all these different teams and venues and all that good stuff. If somebody listening is a CEO of a corporate organization and they have suites and things like that that they might want to donate, anybody really that wants to donate, what's the best way to do that? Should they reach out to you? How should they go about being able to find out more?
Yeah, look, and that's a great, that's a great shout out, because again, if you have tickets, or your organization has tickets that just don't get used, you can email donate@vettix.org, or on our website, and that's on shown here on the upper right hand corner. It'll say donate. You can click on that and it shows how you can donate tickets, and it's a really super easy way to do that, and we're very user friendly and appreciative for any and all donations. And that's where some people will donate cash to us, like money, and 100% of every dollar donated to VetTix goes to buying more tickets. So we're a charity that operates at over a 99% efficiency. So less than 1% of what we bring in goes to our operations expenses, things like that. That over 99% goes to buying more tickets, and we get that from our delivery fee. So even though we receive donated tickets, we buy tickets with that, over 99% because that's our mission. All we do is tickets. So that over 99% of what we bring in goes to buying more tickets.
Yeah, that's important to note. That's really, really cool that you guys do it that way. So, well, Steve, we're getting close to the end of our time here, and it's been so fun chatting with you. So, thank you for being our guest today and sharing vet ticks with the world and first ticks. We'll include both of those links in the comments so everybody has easy access to check everything out there. So, before we leave today, Steve, tell me something you're looking forward to that's going to be a joyful experience, personally, professionally, anything you want to share there.
Yeah, professionally, it's really like I and somebody else that you're, loved one, we want VetTix to be a household name. VetTix and First Tix. We want everybody to know about the organization. And look, you don't see infomercials on TV about us and stuff because we're a charity and we're very judicious about how we spend our money from a marketing and advertising perspective. So that's why you don't see, other than like you said, the airport signs and things like that, which is donated space. You don't see the features on us because that costs money. So, but we want to be a household name. And everybody to know about us personally. Work-life balance. It's you got to have that relaxed family time to relax and live life joyfully. So that's it's getting more of that family enjoyment time for me.
Yeah, that time is so important and so valuable. So, very good. Well, again, Steve, thank you for joining us today. And I want to thank everybody who's watching this. I want to say thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, go out there and be joyfully centered. Bye, everybody.